Okay, after my chute was underwater, not to mention why, so I don't have to hear it, got to inspect it, make sure it's dried out, and got to repack it. So, got to make sure everything is lined up nice and neat. Everything is folded nicely. And then you start with these straps. You got to, very important, make sure that they line up and are nice and straight. You start with your first ones, first rubber bands, and make them tight. Put the rubber bands on them so they don't come undone. That's your first one. Then make sure your straps are all nice and straight. No twists. Right on top of each other. Nice and clean. Go to your next rubber band. Same thing, just keep on going until you get them all done. Back across. Use your next rubber band. And just keep going and continue till you get them all in, back and forth. Keep them all lined up against each other. No crossing. Because you want them to come out nice and straight if you ever have a problem. Then you just continue with all the rest of them until you get down to the chute. Then we'll go from there. Okay, now I've inspected all of them. They all look great. Got a little bit left here. Just gonna put them in nice and neat till the chute gets here. Got the chute all folded on top of each other. Gotta make sure there's no wrinkles, nothing. And then what you do here is you start and you gotta fold it over your hand like this, nice and tight. Nice and tight. So it all fits nice and tight, once and over the other. Okay, now that I got my chute all packed in nice and neat, got my string coming out of the center, little trick, take a shoestring or another string, put it through this loop. You can use this to feed it through the other flaps. Makes it really easy. So we go top, bottom, right, left. So we need to do this one. Just go like this. Stick it through the eye. And pull the loop through to you. Pretty easy. Get this string right there. Then we gotta do the right side. See, the loop still pulled through. Then your last flap, stick it through. And there's your loop. Then take your pin, slide your pin through, and pull your string back out. Can't get any easier than that. There's your little black string. Now, this black string's really important. This is what pulls your chute out when you get thrown out of the boat. Your lanyard, when it pulls out, will pull this string. So you need to make sure that it's tied to your lanyard. And leave yourself plenty of slack, because you got to tie that pin as well. So I'm going to tie a few knots in case, so when this pin comes out, it's going to pull this black nylon string and pull your chute out for you, so it can fill full of air or whatever, or water, whatever grabs first. There. Now I got a knot. I'm gonna do one more little extra one. That's tight. Okay, now that I tied the loop to this loop, so the string, when this pulls out, it pulls the chute out. It'll deploy it for you. But now you gotta lock this pin so it doesn't slip out when you stand up at the out ramp or something trying to grab that out ramp rope. So now you take this, put a couple loops at this end of the pin, suck it up next to that, to the eye, do a couple more around this side as well, suck it up tight, get a couple more in there, maybe one more over here, and then you could tie a knot. And this will keep the pin from coming out accidentally. Like when you stand up and the tether gets tugged on a little bit. There. See, now I can't pull it out, but the force of this yanking will pull it out of that. Then it'll pull this rope, pulling your chute out, and then you're good to go. Okay, now that it's all tied, it can't come undone. It's tied to the loop, so when this pulls out, it'll pull out the chute. Now I'm going to finish it off with electrical tape. Tape all the strings all the way back to there to finalize this, to make it so nothing can get snagged or pulled off, or it's nice and clean. So just take some electrical tape, get it all the way to the front, suck it up tight, finish it off all the way to the loop, back on itself. Nice and neat. There's the string. This pulls out, pulls this string, chute comes out, got my loops right there next to this loop, nice and tight. Can't come out on its own, but the force of this will definitely pull it out, and that nylon string will tear if you're out in the water. Now we're ready to go, ready for next race. Hope this helped out the new guys.